Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to learn React. Now we have to download the Node.js. Now in Google, we have to type the Node.js. Now we have to click the download. As my PC is 64-bit, we have to choose the Windows installer as 64-bit. Now we have to save the download file in my PC. Now we have to wait for the download. I think download is almost finished. So you can see the Node.js installer. You have to click this installer to install the Node.js. It is pretty simple installer. There is no rocket science to install. You can easily install this Node.js in your PC. So I think it is now loading. Almost will be completed. I think so. Now this is almost completed. Now we have to click the Visual Studio ID for we have to install one plugin for our setup. We have to go the extension section and we have to type the live server. It's a pretty simple server. There is live server and we have to click the install button. So it is now installing as a plugin for Visual Studio IDE. Now we have to wait for a couple of minutes for installing, and it is now installed. You can Now we are going to create HTML sample project. So create any test HTML folder in your drive. Now we have to create one file named test.html, and we have to create the file. Next file is test.js. Now in HTML file, we have to use the HTML5 snippet. Now the HTML5 is ready. Now we are creating one sample function that is onload body. It is pretty simple function. So we have to write the export function that is derived from the JavaScript ES6. Now in the HTML file, we are creating the script tag. In script tag, we are importing as a module. The module is JavaScript module is part of ES6. You can check in the internet. In module section, we can create many JavaScript file as a separate, and we can export that function in our HTML file. So in this tutorial, we are going to import the onload body from the test.js. This is the syntax. If we want to import any function from any JavaScript file using import syntax. Now we are creating simple div body structure. Now we are adding an ID in div section. ID will be the demo. And we are also adding one p type of element in our HTML file. In p type tag, we have to write any text sentence. We can write any sentence to display. For example, we are writing text demo. Now we have to click the live server option. As you can see that live server is on, and you can check the test demo. Now we are adding document dot body dot onload event, and we have to assign onload body for this event method. So whenever HTML file is loading, this function will be called automatically. So in this function, we have added sample console.lag simple method. So we are printing this message in the JavaScript console. So we have to save all. Then you can check that. We have to press F12 for developer option, and you can check that onload HTML. It is happening. Now we are going to add the dynamic HTML. That is the main heart of the React. So we are creating a dynamic HTML element using create element function that is in document object. So we are creating new div element, and also we are going to create the new paragraph element. Also we are using document of the same, and we are using create text note. In this paragraph section, we are writing one message to display that hi, I am dynamically created by hi, I am dynamically created as a result. Now we have to append this dynamic HTML element to our div, that is demo. Now we are using document.get element by ID, and in ID we have to type the demo, and we have to append child method. In append child method we have to attach the new content. Now we have to save this file. Now we hi, I am dynamically created, it is printed. So basically in React is one type of JavaScript framework who is creating the dynamic HTML element on the runtime. Now we are opening the command prompt. In command prompt, we have to type the npx create hyphen react hyphen app and the folder in which folder we are going to create the React project. So now you can check that command npx create react app test react. So it is now creating the React sample project in my C drive, and it is now installing all the required library for React.js. It is now just downloading from the site, so it will going to be installed in my in my drive. In React, actually, all the HTML element created during the runtime. So, what is the difference between the simple HTML and React? Actually, in React, we have to write less HTML element than the previous generation of HTML file. HTML in previous generation of HTML5 project, we have to write lots of HTML code and lots of JavaScript code, and we have to manage those code. But in React, it is just only one language, that is JavaScript, and so we have to write less code and we get more productivity. So that is the main difference. In React, actually, we have to write all the code using JavaScript. There will be less CSS. There will be less responsive design. We have to much more dependency on the React framework. It will do all the things for us. So we have to don't worry. Now I think almost all the things are completed. Now it's just going to be soon finished. Now it's all the finish. Now you can check that React related all the command display on the screen. Now we have to open the test React folder, test React in our Visual Studio ID. We have to select the test React, and we have to select that folder to open that in our Visual Studio ID. We are going to open the new terminal. You can check that file folder structure. There is public source package.log.json. In source we can say that we can check that app.js, app.css, that is the entry point for the React for our project. We have to remove the existing things. You can check that we have to write our own HTML code. We are going to create a div element. Now we are creating our same paragraph element, and we are writing next p element, and we are giving the message I am created by the React. So now we have to go to the terminal and we have to run this project npm start. After this start command, check that this two paragraph element is displayed test React and I am created by the React. So in React